More than 3 years after it first took shape in a patch of oak and pine forest in Lakewood, Steve Brigham's tent city is still going strong. It started with just a few nylon tents, sheltering a handful of people with nowhere else to go. The population quickly swelled to around 40 or so. Their reasons for being there run the gamut. Some have lost jobs, others struggle with mental health or substance abuse problems. A few choose to live there for philosophical reasons. This winter, one of the harshest in recent memory, a nonprofit agency called Steps managed to find housing for all but 8 people, only to have the population swell to more than 40 again in the spring. The situation may come to a head this fall. The township, which says the camp poses a host of safety and environmental problems, is making plans to close it down and relocate its inhabitants, while Brigham, known as Minister Steve, the camp's founder, is digging in, determined to keep it open until the township or county provides a permanent shelter.
Yeah, when we first started with the program around Ocean County, northern Ocean County, Toms River in the area, we started with these summer tents, and what we would do to insulate them for the winter time would be put heavy 6 mil tarps over the top of the tents, and then the propane heaters were sufficient to keep them warm. As we moved on, especially this last winter, when we had 4 major snowstorms of 20 inches or above, these fiberglass poled summer tents weren't designed to hold the weight of 20 inches of snow. These storms were lasting, 2 and 3 days apiece, and for the homeless to be able to stay up 3 days to clear off the tent was just, too much to ask of them. And what would happen is they'd collapse. We moved most of the homeless into community tents, larger tents, and someone would be staying up during the night with brooms, brushing off or hitting the inside of the tent to knock off the snow.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Winter, you gotta have a mental structure for it. I mean, you can deal with it. If you notice, a lot of people had left here. A lot of people can't deal with the cold. Me, I'm one of them people. I grew up in Connecticut, so I used to play in snow that was deeper than this, all day long, and never had no problems. I like cold. I could be, seeing us in the wintertime, we get a lot of donations. We get a lot of food, which is good, because we need it. But in the summertime, it seems that, things quiet down a little bit. So there's a struggle between every season.
The second snowstorm, we heard on the forecast that there was a major snowstorm coming, and we really didn't have a lot of wood in excess in the camp. There was a factory down in the industrial park here in Lakewood that had a lot of pallets, and one of the workers said that he would cut up the pallets for us. So we had a tremendous heap of wood, and so what we did is we went down there with a bus and we loaded up all this pallet wood when we knew that the storm was coming. So the day before the storm, we had all this wood on the back of the bus, and what we did is we brought the whole bus back into the camp with the wood on it, and that saved us that snowstorm. Without that wood, there was no way that we were going to be able to feed all of our wood stoves and keep the people warm.